if I come up to 2 there, I'd also like to trap his arm. So the same maneuver, hip bump sweep, I need him to post, head, body, jump. As soon as he hides here, I go for the omoplata and he rolls. As he rolls, this arm that I'm holding is valuable. Right? I could just go to side control, no problem, but instead, I'd like to go to side control and keep this arm. Number one, I don't want Chris to realize his mistake and just sit right back up. So I throw my arm across him. Right? Imagine you're driving with your mom and it's 1980, nobody has seatbelts, so I gotta go save his life. Right? I lift my hip up and I drag my leg underneath. So I'm sitting right on his arm here. My calf is under his tricep, my thigh is over his bicep here, and I'm almost sitting on his shoulder. If Chris wants to roll into me, too much weight. If he wants to roll away from me, I have one of his limbs. Number one, grab his arm here. Don't get too close to the wrist. Choke up a little bit so you're about mid-arm. And then simplest submission, I put my palm over the top of his hand and I start to bend his hand. If I could create this right angle, we have a easy wrist lock here. Just push down, go nice and slow. Most people in the world will tap to this one. Sometimes you can create a twisting wrist lock here if they're one of those freaks that can touch their arm, right? If you're one of those freaks, don't tell me, it's disgusting, I'll vomit, right? This is okay. Wrist locks will get it occasionally. This person forgets about everything that's happening. But once Chris has been wrist locked once or twice, he's gonna tighten up here, right? Now that he's tightened up, can't get the easy submission, so I like to hug this arm one more time. You don't necessarily need to, but it makes me feel secure if I reach underneath, control this elbow, and make sure he can't put it to the floor. And then I'm putting my shoulder right next to Chris's hip so we can roll again. And when I roll again, I don't want to go too far. I want Chris to stay sitting. We're almost in that omoplata position again. Chris is just not on his knees. He's stuck on his butt here. Now, once we're here, keep this omoplata, keep him locked in here, and I want this arm. I reach underneath the elbow to start. This is good. The problem is at the elbow, there's a lot of slack. I can pull back, maybe Chris taps, but it's gonna take a while. I catch the elbow first, and then I start to graduate and climb his arm. I'm gonna get my thumb right in front of the rotator cuff here, and I can feel his shoulder and his collarbone. And if I get up here, right to where his torso is, now I can grab a hold of him. And we think about this 2 ways. If I wanna be big and strong, I push away with my legs as I pull in on the shoulder, and I can create the shoulder lock here. But if I'm exhausted or not strong, we need to use leverage. So instead of using strength, I'm just gonna unlock. Put this foot on the floor and shrimp my hip backwards. Every time I shrimp my hip backwards, I'm gonna pull his shoulder in. Shrimp, pull the shoulder in, shrimp, pull the shoulder in. It's gonna get tight very quickly here, right? This is like getting handcuffed and then having your elbows pulled in. It's gonna be very tight, so go nice and slow on your partner here. Right? I call this the replata. We start with the omoplata, he escapes, and I make him roll again. So hands to the mat. Hip bump sweep. Head, body, triangle. Everything's going great, and he hides the arm. So triangle and omoplata, everything's going great, and he escapes. Easy route, just get on top, 2 points. Right? But if you want, I'm gonna hold this up, get to omoplata side control. Once we're here, drop in, just don't go too far. Once we're about here, go catch, and then take your time here. He's not going anywhere. Get the shoulder, palm to palm. This is my pull. As I'm pulling, foot goes down and I'm shrimping. Shrimp and pull, get the submission. All right, we got 10 minutes to practice this.